Good afternoon. How are you? Well, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas, and season's greetings for Hanukkah and all the other festivities that happen this time of the year as we close down on our sunlight and get ready for the new year. It's a special time. It's 43 degrees out, and it feels pretty comfortable. I suppose that's after you've had 20-something degrees. And the humidity is 56, and the winds are 10 miles an hour. So that's kind of where we are. I don't know. I thought our theme would try to be gentle to reflect what we hope is the peaceful part of these holidays. And so, for example, there's a vet who lives in Iowa, has been close forever with his wife. And one of the things that they celebrated together is the Christmas season. And he's always decorated their house. And ever since he came back from service. And now she's ill. And so he's wanted to do something special. So he's put up lights for every house on the block. So in the category of naughty and nice, that's nice. Now, I've been thinking about what other things I could say about naughty. And I may have one example that I'll get into. But I think it's nice that we have recognized the bald eagle as our American soaring bird. And since it's been on everything already, it's a nice thing for Biden to do, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of been presumed. On the other hand, they say the bald eagle is not in danger of extinction, and I suppose that's true. I don't know it. It certainly was. Once I actually helped save a bald eagle not far from where I am. Something had happened to it. I called up, I stayed with it, I taped it, I made a little video, and they nursed it to health, and I went to a large area where this bird was being attended, and it flew around, so I was in there with this eagle. So the act to make more comfortable an eagle is something, although we can't ignore the fact that it's also a predator and a scavenger. And I don't know, maybe that does recognize the soaring awesomeness that this nation can achieve and has in the past, and what it must do to survive. So it's on the Great Seal of the United States, so I think it's about time we got around to it. Now, in the kind of naughty category, which is, in my opinion, a symbol for how we just don't pay attention. Now, Sly Stallone, whom I've liked, and I try not to know about people's politics because if I enjoy him as an artist, I don't want to think about these things. But he's down in Florida, and he wanted to get a seaweed barrier to prevent the seaweed from coming up on his place. I want to say something like his 262 feet waterfront where he is. Now, there are several things about this, and the Army Corps of Engineers looked into it, and they basically said that they didn't think the primary reason was because he was concerned about seaweed. He wanted the barrier, in fact, to keep boaters away from where he was. Now, I don't know this, but I wonder how often he actually goes into the surf. But putting that aside, the citizens, when they got notices that this was being considered, they came to a public meeting where down in Palm Beach, where the cetus of this proposed idea, and he came with his team. And at one point, he made an error referring to the birds that also are around there. He called them penguins. He meant pelicans. So The community certainly didn't want this, and he has a friend at Mar-a-Lago he was going to call up. So this is in a category of kind of naughty and distressing because it's not full-on honest. And could another citizen pull strings to get this to happen? And so you fight to get fame, and then you're upset when you get it because people are invading your privacy because you're open to the waters. So it's a very, very strange kind of thing. And I think I won't be going to any more Sly Stallone's movies. He's on my list of naughty. I just don't, here's the other thing, and I don't know his other views, but when you have so much seaweed, it's they don't say what kind it is, so it's hard for me to comment on it, but it's the most common kind I think is sargassum, and we've had a lot of it lately. And what encourages it? Nutrients, pollution from land that washes into the ocean. Climate change doesn't help. And what private people, hotels, and others do is they clear the seaweed from the shore because it's unpleasant. And also, if I'm correct, it has a hydrogen sulfide smell that is unpleasant. So this is moved along in the coastal waters, and the blooms are greater because of the things I mentioned. So we see a pattern among the wealthy. For example, there was a football team owner in the area who violated a ban against cutting trees so he could have a view down to the Potomac. See, same thing. What could they do instead? Well, they could clean their own shore when it gets there. They can maintain privacy with things on the beach if they really do use the beach. But climate change is not easily to be taken care of. So under the category of naughty, not so nice, I get Sly Stallone is on my list. So what should we be looking for on this special day? More and better things. And it's out there. At Starbucks, the only coffee place that was open when I left my daughter off for work. She's working today. And we had a great time last evening. So I spoke to this guy, and he's talking about his children and the things that are happening and so forth. All very kind, wonderful, nice, not naughty. and that's the best part of the day if you don't overeat. So if you're a taker in this world and you want certain opportunities and advantages that others don't get, I don't know, you're not really part of what's best about a life, about how one handles one's life. It may be quaint to say it, but there's a German author that said, chivalry is itself the poetry of life. And martial artists in Bushido, which is the manner of a samurai conducting himself. But we have these standards for how to act, and small acts sometimes can be heroic. But thinking about how it looks and what you're doing and so forth. Now, some people could forgive Sly because he pulled the whole project. And I don't know how much was his idea and how much was somebody else's. But there it is. So that's my story. Enjoy the rest of the day. Tomorrow we'll talk about the horrendous things some people in government are doing or about to do, probably. And hopefully a few good chapters toward the end of the year about people doing well by us. We need more of that. So I say Merry Christmas to you, and to all a good night. And I say goodbye from my cathedral of trees. All the best. Bye-bye.